Hey there, everybody. Welcome to, I don't know what this is called. Right now, the just running title I have for it is Jay's Sports News Desk or something. Jay's Sports Desk. I don't know. I'm going to come up with something eventually. I just need time to brainstorm an idea. So, with that, I was going to sit down and talk about kind of my thoughts on what I want to do with this channel now. I've had an idea and what I want to do. And to be honest, it's probably the best thing for me. But we have some breaking news to deal with. And for those of you that don't know, it is that the Seahawks are going to trade Russell Wilson to the Denver Broncos. As an avid Seahawks fan, I am just like, it's a gut wrench, It's like, That being said, I will not get rid of my Russell Wilson jersey. I will not be that person. I'm not that fan that, a player traded, no matter how good that player's been to us, it doesn't mean that I can't still be a fan of the player. That said, as a Seahawks fan, I'm like, what the heck are you doing, Seattle? But we're also at a point in his career where it's like, we're going to have to pay him a crap ton of money to keep him. And that money is going to stop us from being able to build a team around him. So if we can't build a team around him to win Super Bowls, then what's the point of having a quarterback? Let's go younger. And my friends don't agree with this move. And I don't really agree with this move either. I think there's better ways we could have done or gone for him, but it is what it is. So what have we gotten? Well, as you can see the headline here, we get Drew Lock and multiple picks. But let's go down to here. Tom Pelissero, this article was written by Kevin Patra. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Tom Pelissero is reporting that Seahawks and Broncos have agreed to a trade in principle. The trade is pending a physical and Wilson waiving his no trade clause in his contract, and it can't be finalized till the 16th. So as of right now, this is all speculative. However, it seems more than likely that it's going to happen. I trust Tom Pelissero and much of the writers at NFL.com and around the sports broadcast world. So what are we getting? So we're trading Russell Wilson and a 4th-round pick to Denver for 2 first-rounders, 2 second-rounders, a 5th, Drew Lock, defensive tackle Shelby Harris, and tight end Noah Fant. There's so much more we could have gotten for Russell, and I'm going to play devil's advocate here, so when my friends listen to this, hopefully they don't blow a gasket on this, but Russell is not the Russell of old. He's injury prone now. And the middle finger thing was a fluke accident this year, but he's injured his legs, which were his prime device for helping us get 2 Super Bowls and winning games. Now he's trying to be the pocket quarterback that Drew Brees was, and it's hard on him. He doesn't have the mobility. He doesn't have the offensive line to protect him. So what we got for him, I think, is fair enough for us to get, but I think we could have done better. Sorry, I am distracted by this video a little bit, but Wilson insisted that he wanted to remain in the Seahawks. However, one of the writings on the wall here locally for us was that Wilson took Seattle Seahawks off of his Twitter profile, his social media bios. Maybe they've already known that they were going to do this. I don't know. Maybe he was aware that, hey, this is what we're planning on doing. We're working with them to get it. And so he's like, oh, well, if you're going to get rid of me, I'm just going to get rid of you guys off of my social media. And that's fair for him to do. I'm not going to sit here and judge what another person should or shouldn't do. As a PR person, I wouldn't advise him to do this. But ultimately, it's his image. He controls. I think what a lot of people think is that as PR reps, we are supposed to dictate to people what their image is. We work for them. We're their clients, or they're our clients, but we work for them ultimately. So it is up to us to say, here is the best way to present yourself. But if you decide to do this, that's your choice. And the Seahawks are not absolved in this situation either. The writing's been on the wall now that we are a rebuilding team for quite a while. So it is entirely, well, it's entirely expected of this. You can't go from elite quarterback to elite quarterback to elite quarterback. I mean, just look at New England. What have they done since Tom Brady's left? Not great. Not horrible. But definitely not great. And that's just the fact of life. There are not 32 elite quarterbacks in the world at any given time. You're lucky if there's a handful, maybe 2 handfuls at most. So with that, that's all I wanted to talk about on this part of the deal. Is it's not that it's I'm not happy about this trade deal, but I'm also not surprised by it. Even I've said that I don't think the Seahawks are stupid enough to pull this move. They literally just said, here, hold my beer, so to speak. And so there's that. So let's get on to the main point of this video, what I wanted to talk about, but this came up this morning. So I'm going to steer away from just solely football. I'm going to talk about other sports. I've had a passion of sports most of my life, ever since meeting up a couple of my friends. We grew up playing football and baseball and basketball together. That I want to turn this into a sports talk channel. Not a la Mad Dog Radio, but not FS1 or ESPN. This will be my channel. This will be what I want to present of it. And I will eventually get other backgrounds and stuff for around me. But at the same time, I'm also going to talk about other sports that, one, have been a passion for me growing up, and then some that are just, you might not know about me. Like, if you give me a chance to sit down in a sports bar and watch a sport, and even a new sport, I'm going to be like, ooh, what's this? Oh, well, why do they do that? I love sports. What can I say? I love sports. So even though I don't look at physique wise, I used to be fit and played sports year round. And then life got in the way, and then food. But, eventually things will change, and maybe I'll get back into, extracurricular sports for myself to keep me healthy. We'll see. That being said, I'm going to start my next few videos. I'm going to break down what I believe to be the 3 to 5. So it might end up being only 4 videos. It might end up being 5 videos of the major sports that have impacted me growing up, that I love watching or love playing. Obviously football, basketball. If you didn't know me as a kid, you'll eventually find out how much I love basketball, playing basketball. I can't stand watching the game on television anymore, but I love playing it. Baseball, hockey, and then I'm debating on a 5th one. So with that, again, I just wanted to, talk about the breaking news from a Seahawks fan's perspective. And eventually, as I go forward, I know I'm going to have my bias towards Seattle teams and my favorite teams. But I'm also going to try and present the news and discussion topics in as neutral a light as possible, in as neutral position as possible. But don't get surprised if I get heated or passionate about a topic, whether I find it relevant or not. So with that, just want to say thank you so much for watching. Keep an eye out for the changes to the name of the channel and whatnot. Hopefully I've already changed it by now, but if not, it will be changing from Serious Football Heads to something else. So with that, take care, guys. Peace.